All right, folks, welcome to Secondhand Smoke. Got a quick one for you today. The southern border. So, it's always been said it's racist to close the southern border and all that other stuff, but it's actually a big problem, and we're going to talk about it today. So, this video that I'm going to play is from a year ago, and I chose a year ago because I just want to show how this problem has expanded, within the last few years. So here we go.
Beneath this border bridge in Del Rio, Texas, a group of migrants grows by the hour. The men, women, and children, mostly from Haiti. Tonight, they number nearly 15,000, tripling in size since Wednesday. All waiting in near 100-degree heat, washing clothes in the Rio Grande and sleeping outside for a chance to claim asylum.
We need the administration, Secretary Mayorkas, the vice president, and the president to call this what it is. This is a crisis.
With staff unable to keep up with processing, state lawmakers are calling on Washington for help. In response, DHS promising a massive movement of migrants, announcing 400 Border Patrol agents are en route. The agency also resuming deportation flights to Haiti within 72 hours.
All right, I think that's enough. So, these guys are calling for help from, Secretary Mayorkas and the Biden administration. See, the thing is Trump wanted to build the wall, and everyone said that's racist to build a wall, and you can't, why not just let these people in? The fact of the matter is the United States is the place to go. That's where people want to live. People actually like the idea of having freedom to do whatever you like and all those things. So they want to come here. And when you just have open borders without any blockage or anything to stop people, this video right here shows 15,000 people lined up under this bridge last year, and it hasn't stopped since. So moving on.
All right, now to the crisis along the southern border. Fox News obtained exclusive images showing suspected cartel gunmen illegally crossing into this country.
And this comes as a delegation of Democratic lawmakers visits the region today. Fox News correspondent Bill Malugin has details from Eagle Pass, Texas.
Startling exclusive images from the southern border as a group of suspected cartel gunmen are seen crossing illegally into Fronton, Texas in the Rio Grande Valley. A law enforcement source tells Fox it happened Saturday night. The men were armed with rifles and body armor, and elite Border Patrol BORTAC agents responded but couldn't find the gunman. Republican presidential candidate Ron DeSantis reacted on X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, saying, quote, "Another example of why I will authorize use of deadly force at the border." The incident happened just days after an armed human smuggler was seen by a Texas DPS drone as he guided a group of illegal immigrants through the Rio Grande and Eagle Pass. He escaped back to Mexico.
All right, so now you see you got the cartel guiding people into the country illegally. They got they got body armor, they got, as the kids say, those sticks, those toolies, or rifles, if you will. This is a armed, whatever. It's a bunch of people that's armed coming into the country illegally, bringing in, a bunch of people that dream to come to America. 1.5 million gotaways at the border under the Biden administration. Let's see here. And just for shits and gigs, I looked up, human trafficking at the border. And the top result was President Biden's open border policies are making it profitable to smuggle women and children across the border and sell them into forced labor or the sex trade. Human smuggling is thriving under the Biden administration and has expanded from a $500 million industry in 2018 to over a $13 billion industry, and that's as of April 2023. $13 billion industry we got flowing just in human smuggling, women and children. U.S. Customs officers find 900,000 fentanyl pills hidden under the shipment of sinks. So, not only are they, smuggling humans, You know, it's said that a lot of these, you know, fentanyl seizures are from trucks or, you know, minivans or, you know, smuggling some kind of toys or candles or just a whole bunch of miscellaneous ways that they smuggle these things into the country. I even heard a story about like a whole minivan being lined, like the interior of the shell of the minivan, like the whole walling of it was lined with fentanyl. You know, it's just nuts. Enough to wipe the whole country out if you wanted to. And it's not just affecting, you know, places like Texas or Florida or whatever the case may be. They've made their way up to New York City. Here we go. Thank you, Benny Johnson, for the video here. Shared it about 10:43 this morning. So here we go.
Overflow has prompted Mayor Eric Adams to ask for a federal state of emergency and for Massachusetts to declare one as asylum seekers flood their states and sanctuary cities. Leadership pleading for help as the tab runs up.
If we don't get the support we need, New Yorkers could be left with a $12 billion bill.
That $12 billion bill, that's the cost for 3 fiscal years. At the current rate, the migrant crisis costs New York City $383 per family seeking shelters and services each day. With 57,300 individuals in our care, the city says that's a price tag of $9.8 million each and every day. A day after that public cry for help directed at the federal government, we are learning that Mayor Adams is set to meet today with Tom Perez, one of Biden's top aides. But it might be a little too late. New Yorkers are frustrated that non-residents and non-citizens are getting so much help when there are New Yorkers suffering. Protesters shared as much outside of a hospital in Queens that is set to become a tent city for migrants. Take a listen.
This whole thing is only going to snowball because the schools are going to open in about 2 weeks. All right, and we're totally unprepared to handle that.
Look behind us. There's a park. There's a YMCA there. We have a charter school behind us, a preschool on the side.
This is outrageous. They are putting non-American before American.
But as the bluest of blue states and cities complain, border states like Texas and Arizona say this is what we've been dealing with for years. The situation on the ground here, though, guys, like I said, hundreds arriving each and every day, and the city expanding into whatever space they can find. Tent City at that hospital in Queens. I was out on Randall's Island converting 4 turf fields into a 2,000.
All right, that's enough. Once again, thank you, Benny Johnson, for sharing the video. Thank you, Fox and NBC, and once again Fox, for all the videos that we've played so far. Appreciate all of you. So it's not just an issue at the southern border. Now they're making their way up to New York, and big numbers too. She said hundreds daily they're arriving. And I like the fact that someone was holding a sign said no tent city. We already got tent cities with Americans. The homeless issue with Americans is already a big enough issue. And now we want to have more people living in tents on the street. Like, did you see that part of the video with those people? Look at this. Lined up on the street. And just wait till it's nighttime. I've seen videos where it's nighttime. Those people are laying in that same exact spot they were right there. You know, it's bad policies, folks. It's not an issue of Democrat or Republican. It's bad policy. You can't just have an open border. Now these people are seeking asylum. Mayor Adams here, he's got a great idea, though. I found this gem on the internet. June 5th, 2023, Mayor Adams has a good idea.
We're disciplined and we're executing on it. It is my vision to take the next step to this, to go to the faith-based locales, and then move to private residents. There are residents who are suffering right now because of economic challenges. They have spare rooms, they have locales, and if we can find a way to get over the 30-day rule and other rules that government has in its place, we can take that $4.2 billion, 4.3 it may be now, that we potentially would have to spend, and we could put it back in the pockets of everyday New Yorkers, everyday houses of worship, instead of putting it in the pockets of corporations. And some of those corporations come from outside our city. We should.
All right. Yeah, that's a brilliant idea. Thank you, Mayor Adams. So instead of, because what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to, the government's going to have to pay hotels and other places like that to house these people. You know, the government is going to pay the hotel to give these people rooms. But he says, you know, we may not have enough to do that, enough rooms to do that. But it would also be really cool if we gave that money back to the people, back to the residents. So if anyone has a spare room that you wouldn't mind lending to some of these lovely people we just seen laying on the streets, I'm sure they're lovely folks, you know? So if you want to open your door and have them stay right across the hall from your son or daughter, or, you know, yeah, then go right, you know, maybe your wife while you're out of town, maybe you drive a truck or something like that. Yeah, just have your wife and kids have the guy from off the streets living, because it's a faith-based type of thing. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Look, I consider myself a good person, but it ain't no way in hell I'm letting an American or a migrant come off the streets and live in a spare bedroom. I don't care how hard the times is getting. He said, you know, we know times are getting hard. He tried to throw that out there. You know, Mayor Adams, you better get the hell up out of here, bro. Get up out of here with that. You know, here, and, you know, so this is the wildest thing to me. So this is a chart showing, you know, number of apprehensions of undocumented immigrants, the U.S. border by national origin. The green is from Mexico. The yellow is from other countries. So this isn't just, like in that first video, they said people coming from Haiti. I was watching another video. They said people are coming in over the southern border from Iraq, China, Russia. You know, they're getting all sorts of people that are not good people, the bad people that want us all dead. And they're getting in over the border. You know, they're flying into Mexico or wherever the fuck, and then they're just walking their happy ass right over the border and doing God knows what in this fucking country. And we don't even know that they're here. You know, terrorist type people. But, you know, so this chart here, the yellow is from other countries. Mexico, so people coming in from Mexico from 2020, first of all, it spiked since Biden got into office. Let's just throw that on the table right away. But the people coming in from other countries is way higher than from Mexico. So that's what I'm talking about. These aren't just Mexican people, or excuse me, I hate to say it like that. People from Mexico, our downstairs neighbor that's just trying to be, you know, up here. No, these are a lot of these are really bad people coming from other bad countries. And a lot of them are really good people that just want an opportunity to come to this country, but there's still a way we can do this. You know, like, this is craziness. 1.5 million people that's gotten away under the Biden administration. That means 1.5 million people that we don't know who the hell they are, what they're about, what they're doing. I'm sure some of them are good people, but I'm sure all of them aren't. You know, I hear stories all the time about undocumented person rapes little girl, and, you know, he's got a rap sheet back in Mexico as long as my arm. Like, this is crazy. We already got enough bad guys here in America. We don't need more coming in that we don't even fucking know about. You know, and then you got this clown show over here recommending we can bring them into our homes. How about we just close the border? But once again, I hate to keep. I don't hate to do it. I don't love it either, but I just got to do it. This is a policy that Biden has put in. Trump wanted to build the wall. Trump didn't complete the wall. He had a lot of people in his way of building the wall. But this is what we're talking about. This is nuts. I've never seen anything like. No one has ever seen anything like this. Mark my word. Greg Abbott has installed Texas Governor Greg Abbott has installed these barrels. As you can see here, they got blades on them, trying to stop people from coming into his state. The Biden administration won't do anything about it. They just don't care. They just don't care. He doesn't talk about it. He doesn't say a word about it. It's just a humiliation and a disgrace. But that's all I got for you today. Hope you learned something. Prayers out to all of these people coming over the border. It looks really, I wish them the best. This isn't about them. This is about bad policies. And once again, thank you to NBC, Benny Johnson, and Fox 2 Times for the videos that were shared today. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share with a friend if you learned something. Appreciate it. Have a good one.